We begin the month of February. Now, the previous month brought no shortage of impactful snowfall. Now, we have a system that's been moving through states like Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, making its way to Atlantic Canada for this afternoon and evening. We'll be talking about that. But first, a look at some of the destruction this system has been bringing to areas like Tennessee. And no surprise with scenes like this, crews working hard to restore power. That's been one part of this. In Tennessee, clearly going through it. Now, elsewhere in Virginia, we're removing snow, doing what we can to help clear things up. But all in all, it's been some winter weather, in large part thanks to a temperature pattern that's been frigid. Cold air has dipped into parts of the southern United States. We'll be talking more about that in a moment with below freezing temperatures in Florida. But take a look here with that snow. And yes, in other areas, we've had the snow plows out doing what they can to try to get those roads safe. But quite the winter blast that now takes aim at Atlantic Canada. Let's bring in meteorologist Kevin MacKay. Kevin, a big factor has been the temperatures, and you've been telling me just in Florida how remarkably cold the temperatures were even just this morning.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get Floridians to complain about the cold, but this is certainly justified now. And perfect timing, the outdoor NHL game later today in Tampa. They might not even have to use the refrigerating system for the ice on a day like today. Now, the majority of Florida is about 15 to 20 degrees below seasonal, right through the Carolinas, but this isn't going to last too long. This is kind of the bottom of the hill because this is the coldest air that's pulled down behind the backside of the low that's now racing towards Atlantic Canada. So this has impacted the Carolinas, Tennessee again, and now it's going to rapidly deepen before it gets to Atlantic Canada. So have a look at how vast this wind field is. You're still looking at wind gusts over 90 kilometers per hour in the Carolinas at the same time that Newfoundland and Nova Scotia are going to be seeing that. So that shows you the extent. Now, the cold air that's already in place, this is going to be resulting in this just being a snow event for Halifax, Sydney, St. John's. Now, the trend has been offshore for the track of the low. So that means St. John's, you're further from the warm air, but you're also further from the heavy snow. Sorry, that's Halifax. St. John's, you're going to be right in the midst of the heaviest snow. See those little whites just south of St. John's? That's 5 to 7 centimeters per hour. That orange, that's the ice pellets. That should stay south of the St. John's area. Now on the backside, a little bit of sea effect, but that isn't going to be much to worry about. You're going to be more focused on the cleanup. Now the wind, it's going to be blowing around, so we could be looking at the winter storm warnings being upgraded to blizzard warnings. If the wind can sustain 40 kilometers per hour for 4 hours, the visibility is not going to be a concern of a threshold to reach. That will be a lock. You're going to be near zero visibility later on Monday. After the heaviest snow, the blowing snow and the strong wind gusts are going to continue, and that will be into Tuesday. So here's a look at your wind gusts plus that snowfall rate. There's the bullseye Monday morning and afternoon. And St. John's, this could all fall in the 24-hour window of February 2nd. So that will give us statistically a nice number to compare to other one-day snow events. Now, you're going to need a wallop of a storm to even crack your top 10 snowiest days on record. You need 54 centimeters just to get into the top 10, a far cry from the top.